Hi everybody, this video is going to be how you wash your makeup brushes. I don't think that people wash their brushes enough. It is so necessary because your makeup brushes carry so much dirt and grime. Every time you wipe them across your face, you're just spreading the germs that were left on your brush, especially if you take your brush and you throw it into your makeup bag and then you throw it into your purse and then you take it out and you leave it on your desk or whatever. It just collects dust and grime and you don't want to be spreading that across your face because you're just going to be clogging your pores. So what I recommend is for makeup brushes that you rub across your entire face, try to wash them at least every 2 to 3 days if at all possible. Otherwise, at least once a week. As for eye makeup brushes, you want to make sure that you are washing them every time you change a color. You can just do a spot clean and then a really thorough deep clean once every 2 weeks at minimum. So the way that I explain how I wash my brushes is different than a lot of other people. Everyone kind of has their own methodology, but this is just what works for me and what has helped me achieve clearer skin because I don't want to have dirt and grime spread across my skin. I just think that sounds nasty and I don't want to do that. So this is how I wash my brushes. If you guys have any questions or suggestions or requests for additional videos, definitely let me know. I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you in my next video. Bye! You'll want to start off with a really good soap. The soap that I'm using is just the Johnson's Bedtime Bath. The reason why I like this is it's not too harsh or abrasive on my brushes and it is something that will make sure that my brushes get completely clean. You can also use a dish soap like this one, but the reason why I don't really like this is it's a little bit harsher and it can damage the bristles, the glue that attaches the bristles to the brush. So I really recommend the Johnson's Bedtime Bath. You'll also need a few different bowls. The first bowl would just be filled with soap. You don't want to use too much soap, but you want to squirt enough to kind of fill the bottom. The other bowl will just be filled with lukewarm water. You don't want the water to be too hot because then it could damage the glue that attaches the bristles to your brush. You also want to be near a sink because you'll need to use water again eventually as well. So you start off with whatever brush you want to wash. You'll take the brush and you will swirl it in the soap, making sure that you get enough soap onto the entire brush. You'll take that and you will swirl it around in your hand. The reason why I like the hand better than swirling it elsewhere is because you want to make sure that you are completely washing every single strand. So you want to alternate between using your fingers to work the soap throughout the product and then dipping it into the water to make sure that you are getting off any excess soap and product. So you'll completely clean this entire brush. You'll want to do this and with a dabbing, dipping motion instead of completely submerging the brush because you don't want to damage the glue that is in the inside of this part of the brush. So just continue the same process. If the water gets too murky, you can always dump it out and start back fresh. Just continue dabbing, making sure that all of the soap has completely removed from the brush. If necessary, you can repeat the process again. Just dip it in the soap, work it in your fingers to make sure that all of the soap is distributed among the entire brush, and then dip it back into the bowl of water. The last step after you've removed all of the soap and are ready to finish the process would be to run it over under some water. And this will just make sure that any extra soap is removed. When you are finished, you will take a paper towel, and I've already been washing a few brushes, so this one's already been used, but you will just squeeze any extra water out because any extra water could damage your bristles. So you'll continue to squeeze until you feel like your brush is dry enough and any extra water has been released from here. So you can hold it upside down for a while to make sure that any extra water drips out. You want to put your brush back whichever way the bristles already were. So if this was a fan brush, you'd want to fan out your bristles, but because this was just a round face brush, you will use your fingers to put it back into the round shape. You'll want to try and dry this on a downward angle if possible, just to make sure that any extra water does drip out. If you have to lay it flat, just make sure that you hold it upside down for a while to make sure that any extra water does drip out. But that's all. That is the easy way to wash your brushes. Just make sure that you wash your brushes as often as possible in order to remove any dirt, grime, and extra particles from the brushes. That's all. Thanks, guys.